All right. I literally just walked in from back training. Usually I will typically have this meal with me and I will have it at the gym. The second I get done training, if I got to do flexibility or pose, see what I look like, see how the workout went, see what my food needs to be over the next few hours, etc. I'll do that. That way I can just come right back downstairs, get the food with me. I can get it in as quickly as possible. Um, what I like to do here is obviously digestion is key with every meal, but I need this food to be digested as quickly as possible so I can recover as quickly as possible. First thing I'll do is I will have 4 tablespoons of organic apple cider vinegar. You want the kind that has the mother. It's like the cloudy, like gross kind. This bad boy, it's full of like probiotics and healthy bacteria. Probiotics are just going to help move the food through your gut a lot easier. So we will have 4 tablespoons of that. And I drink that first. What I'll move on to next is going to be my protein. Because my calories are pretty low at this point when I'm cutting, it's really important that everything I get in is as best quality as I can. I really don't do much for shakes right now at all. But I do still, like whey is quickly digesting, so that's always smart to have post-workout. So in place of that, I want something that I feel is going to be a little more quality and keep me a little fuller. So I have egg whites post-workout, and what I'm doing today is I have 16 ounces, 1 pound of egg whites. I already have it cooked up. And I will put that in my food processor because I want this meal to get in as quickly as possible, even though I'm starving. A lot of you know when I'm growing, I use this food processor like sometimes 8 or 9 times a day because I'm eating so much food and I have a lot of trouble getting in 8,000 to 10,000 clean calories. So you guys have probably seen me drink my turkey and rice before, my beef and rice, etc. So we got 16 ounces of egg whites right there. And what I'm going to add to that for digestion is I'm going to add 1 ounce of kale to this. Kale has really good antioxidant nutrients in it. So if your body's not getting in a sufficient amount of antioxidant nutrients, your body can undergo oxidative stress. No bueno. We pop that in there. After I'm done explaining the rest, I'll drink that. That way it's not super loud and it takes me about a minute to get that in. Moving on to next, depending on how many grams of carbohydrates I'm going to have is going to depend on how much of this I take. But I always take alpha-lipoic acid. Alpha-lipoic acid basically just helps your body break down the carbohydrates quickly and more efficiently. Can't go wrong with that. So I'll take 3 of those today, which is 1,800 milligrams. I usually don't use that much, but I did just train back, and it is a body part that I'm trying to bring back to life since I missed so much training from that tendon tear. So I will have 1,800 milligrams here. And what I'm actually going to have with that is fruit. I did things a little bit differently this prep, and it's worked out really good. A lot of people are afraid to have their insulin levels spiked when they're cutting, and they'll really avoid that, and I think it's a huge mistake. Insulin is the most anabolic hormone there is. That's kind of self-explanatory in itself. However, there is a right time and a wrong time to be eating things. I really got over that fear of eating like sugary foods, etc. It's as long as you eat at the right time, it'll be okay. So, I mean, this is post-training. Basically, anything I put in my body, it's not going to store as body fat. Only your liver has the capability of converting fructose into glycogen. So unless your liver glycogen levels are topped off, you're not going to store it as body fat. If you start pounding fruit all day long and you get to a point where your liver glycogen is full, yes, you're going to convert this right over to body fat. So I have 7 ounces of strawberry here, which is 18 grams of carbs. and I have 3 ounces of fresh blueberry in there, which is 12 grams of carbs. I will eat that afterwards. What I'm going to have today too is 15 ounces of white potato, which is really going to kind of give me that spike and digest quickly, because I'm going to need that. I had a fairly high volume back workout today. We were able to go a lot heavier than I've gone in 5 or 6 months on my weight. The lat's feeling a lot better. That tendon, you know, as long as I have a training partner, and for example, when I was doing pull downs today, or any day for that matter, I have to have that person pull the weight down. So I get into position and then I say, okay, and they slowly let off. That way I make sure none of the tension is on that tendon. So we slowly let go, and then I have to kind of stay in the pocket. But yeah, we did that today. I was able to go up to 195 on that today, which is great. I know it's not a ton of weight, but I got a pretty good pump from it, and everything's kind of coming back to life. So that's why I'm having higher carbohydrates today. So we will do that. 15 ounces of white potato, and that's about 78 grams of carbs. We'll call it 80 grams of carbs. I'll eat that. I'm measuring my salt intake right now, so I'll have 1/8 of a tablespoon of sea salt with that. We'll put some ground black peppercorn on that, some garlic, eat that up. Then I'll have 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, my multivitamins, and then I will also have 1,300 milligrams of primrose oil, which is anti-inflammatory. It's my omega-6. I'll also get 1,000 milligrams of fish oil, more anti-inflammatories, my omega-3s. The reason I'm not post-workout getting that from like fish or beef or whole omega eggs is because we want this food to be digesting as quickly as possible, because it's post-workout. We want to get all those nutrients in and flush it to the muscle that we just worked. Yeah, and that's basically it. I'll show you. I have my 16 ounces of egg whites in here, my 1 ounce of kale. Turn it on, fill it up. I just pour it with water until it gets to the top. Done there, and pour it right out. Looks just like that. If you're asking why I'm not just drinking raw egg whites out of the carton, I've tried that in the past. I've tried it numerous times. It never really makes me full at all. And when I do numerous meals per day of the liquid egg whites, I end up fucking shitting my brains out. It just doesn't digest. So I'll cook it, drink it. It's the same thing, just as quick. Plus you can add, you know, your kale to it and everything like that. That's it right there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll pound that, and then I'll eat my fruit right away, and then I'll follow it with white potato, and then we're good to go for post-workout back today. And that's it. We out.